There you go. She's all ready, Captain.
Thanks, Billy. It's not like any time I've ever been in before. People die or disappear 6 times the national average. And that's just grown-ups. Kids are worse. Way worse. We all float down here.
I saw something. There was this
Clown. Yeah, I saw him too.
Look. It's all connected by the sewers. That's where it lives. What happened? Bill?
If you'll come with me, you'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
When I was little and we used to move all the time, I would write these notes and I would fold them up.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast do not necessarily reflect those of any major corporation whatsoever.
Welcome to the Pope on Film. I am Bunny Williams, and with me is
Reverend Steve. I am the founder of the Church of Edwood, which is an actual thing worth a Google. I am a cult leader. I am a podcaster, storyteller, writer, bipolar father of numerous kids, including Eleanor, who is currently waving at you and yelling hi.
Hi, Eleanor.
Yeah, say hi to Bunny. Say hi, Bunny. Say hi, Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will never do anything when we ask you to. See. Yeah, Bunny. Yeah. Bunny can't see you. I know this is confusing to your tiny little 16-month-old mind, but Bunny cannot see you right now. It's just an audio recording. I'm blowing her mind. So with me, as always, is a random assortment of people, mainly family members, including but not limited to my wife, Natasha, my daughters, Isabella, and Emerald, and Amber, and Eleanor, and my hyperactive young son, Maxwell, who is here running around the house and breakdancing. And okay, Maxwell, calm down, okay? I'm so tired from work that seeing you run around is just melting my chest. So if you could not melt my chest. How you doing, Maxwell? You doing good? Good. Well then, Bunny, this is episode 150!
Yes. A milestone episode.
150 of the Pope on Film podcast. Wow. Incredible. You know, if you had told me way back when, yes, Bunny says hi, okay, Eleanor? Bunny says hi. You don't have to keep yelling hi. Bunny heard you the first 6 times, okay? Okay. If you had told me way back when that I would be doing 150 episodes of a podcast, I probably would have said, Mommy, what is this strange man doing in my bedroom?
And you would be correct.
And then current me would have said, oh crap, I went too far. Must have been a problem with the DeLorean. That's one of a number of Back to the Future references that will be taking place within this episode of the podcast.
Okay, why? Have they announced the reboot?
No, not at all. Not at all. And also, to be clear, in that scenario, my parents would be yelling, Steve, be quiet, you're fine, just suck it up and be a man, is what my parents would be yelling at me down the hallway. Well, Bunny. Bunny.
If they were going to reboot it, I would go with Dustin from Stranger Things and Chris Helmsworth for Doc Brown.
I would go for both of the Francos, just the both of them.
I would go
Just
for
both of the Frank. Okay.
Yeah.
The black thing.
You have no idea what we're talking about, Maxwell. You can't just butt in and start talking when you have no idea what we're talking about. Although that has never stopped you before. Bunny!
Yes.
I would like, if I may, to start off this 150th episode of the Pope on Film podcast by doing something that I have done so many times before.
Yes.
Oh, how many times I have done this here on the podcast. Oh, so many episodes have I started off this show. So many, so many that it's just it's uncountable. I would like to start off this episode once again by singing my favorite Disney song for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Now, I don't mean to get all Trumpian on you, but it's obvious that I have one of the greatest, if not the greatest, singing voices of all time.
Yes.
Other people have said, oh, your voice, it is the best. Not me, other people have said that. I've seen it on the internet. People are blown away. Amazing singing.
This song is a Thanksgiving tradition with us here at the Pope on Film, and every year I weep.
Yeah. So today, I would like to sing to you a song from the Disney classic, The Lion King, which is about to get a live-action remake, which is a goddamn lie, because it's going to be like 90% crappy CGI. So if it's 90% CGI, how can anyone say that this is a live-action film? I have talked about this before, and it upsets me.
Yes.
Really upsets me. I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about this. So now, without any further ado, or maybe a little bit of ado, like a dollop of ado,
Oh, baby.
Maxwell, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I would now like to sing to you the song "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" The song that plays in The Lion King, where Simba and Nala are in love.
Yes.
Can you feel the love tonight? These two lions are totally doing it. They're laying down on top of each other, and the girl just licked the guy's face. These two lions are totally going to have sex. It's okay if you're crying. It's okay if you're crying. Can you feel the love tonight? This is a Disney animated sex scene. And what makes this scene even creepier is two dudes are watching from the bushes. And I think that's and I think that's good. I think that's good. That's my favorite part of the song.
It's beautiful. Just I need a moment.
It's okay. It's okay. Eleanor, I know you think you're being really, really cute, but that's not my shoe. I just want to be clear. You're walking around like, oh, look at me walking in daddy's shoe. That's not my shoe. So, oh, and you fell. So, I want to be clear about that. Ladies and gentlemen, and various, can't forget about various. Time. Yes, yes. Bunny says hi to you too, okay? Okay?
And I had seen Beauty and the Beast. It's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that is not exactly live action.
No, it's all CGI, and if it's all CGI, then it's not live action.
But at the 15-minute mark, just like about everybody told me, I really wanted to suck a cock.
Nice, yeah, that's exactly what the Christians told me.
Yeah, I just it was Beauty and the Beast, and I was so I needed to just get a big black cock just jammed down my throat.
Yeah. You're just watching the movie, and then you're eating popcorn, and you're watching the movie, and you're eating popcorn, and then suddenly, I should go back to the concession stand and see if they have balls. Really like to just put some balls in my mouth now.
Mm-hmm.
That would be what I am looking for.
You know what would go really good with this popcorn?
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again to help out all of those struggling indie bands out there with yet another giveaway moment here on the show. It's free band name time once again on the Pope on Film podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And this week's free band name comes with a bit of a story. See, there's a sort of a movement happening right now in America. Basically, the patriarchy is being systematically destroyed, one rich, powerful, and or famous person at a time. And with this comes a renewed focus on events that have happened in the past that maybe weren't taken as seriously as they should have at the time. Hopefully, my fingers are crossed, hopefully, now that this movement is happening, maybe now all of society can agree that Chris Brown is an asshole.
Yes, has he got busted?
He
has always been an asshole. Hey, he did one good part in his whole fucking life.
Yeah, Chris Brown beat the living shit out of Rihanna and like grew.
I was on Chris Tucker.
Eleanor, stop.
Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, Chris Tucker and Chris Brown. You get your Chris's confused. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm also not talking about David Letterman's sidekick who starred in Cabin Boy. Just to be clear.
Chris Elliott.
No, that's Chris Elliott. That's Chris Elliott. Yeah. So Chris Brown beat the crap out of Rihanna, beat her to a bloody pulp, and threw her out of a moving car. And yet he still makes music Are you taking the baby with you?
No.
Okay. She's going to destroy the house then. And yet he still makes music and releases albums and like freaking people still buy his albums and consider him a sex symbol, and it's bullcrap.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just hoping that now that this is happening in American society, that maybe we can all now agree that Chris Brown is a sexist, wife-beating piece of shit that we can ostracize. You know?
I know, right? Girlfriend beating.
Yeah, girlfriend beating. Yeah, he's just a woman beater.
Her.
Yeah, he's just a woman beater. So actor Christian,
I just don't see what is so fucking wrong with demanding some kind of decency and integrity out of our politicians.
Yeah.
I loved Al Franken, but you know what? Fuck that guy. You know?
Yeah. I'm glad that we're ostracizing Al Franken, because I was actually the first person to say we should all ostracize Al Franken after I saw the film Stuart Saves His Family.
Yeah.
This movie sucks. We should all ostracize Al Franken now and forever for the rest of our lives. And everyone thought I was a fool. Now who is the fool, Bunny? Now who's the fool?
Mm-hmm.
So actor
and not
Christian,
for the first time. Not for the first time, because it was Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about Batman v Superman later in the podcast. Just to let you know, little preview.
What is left to be said?
Oh no, there's still a lot to be said. So, actor Christian Slater is doing a press junket thingy-mabobber about some boring new thing he's doing. Apparently, he's in London doing a play. So, a British newspaper sends a reporter to interview Christian Slater about his new play and yada, yada, yada. And the reporter decides to dig into Christian Slater's past.
Yeah, okay.
And so the reporter
found out all about Jack Nicholson.
No. The reporter asked Christian Slater if Christian Slater has any regrets about his younger, wilder days. Apparently, in 1997, Christian Slater went to rehab and jail for hitting his for beating the crap out of his girlfriend.
Really?
And then when the cops were called, beating the crap out of the cop.
Wow.
So.
Can I fuck a Walmart?
Okay.
I'll get the fridge lock tomorrow.
Okay. Well, Christian Slater gets real pissed, right?
Yeah.
So actor Christian Slater calls the reporter a salacious cunt.
Okay.
Is your...
Yeah, don't do that to the press. Ever.
Yeah. and that is your free band name of the week.
Salacious cunt.
Salacious cunt. There might be some logistical problems, because if I'm not mistaken, Salacious Cunt is the name of the pet that Jabba the Hutt owns.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Salacious Cunt. I'm pretty sure that's the name of Jabba the Hutt's pet. But Salacious Cunt, I can totally. I if I really close my eyes and pay attention, I can hear their music. In my head, it's amazing.
I just think that if I was a salacious cunt reporter and Christian Slater said that to me, I would just be like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
This article is going to be really good now.
Yeah, I'd be like really writing that. So if I was the reporter that was called Salacious Cunt, I'd be selling Salacious Cunt bumper stickers and shirts. You know, yeah. That would be like those nasty woman shirts.
Yes,
just Salacious Cunt. in white on a black shirt. I'd buy the crap out of that.
Yeah.
So, Bunny, Maxwell, come here. You can help me with this little part here, okay? You can help me with this little part here, okay? So, when I point at you, Maxwell, you need to give me some dramatic music. Can you give me some dramatic music?
Yes.
Okay. Dramatic. Okay, well, let's practice right now. Give me some dramatic music. That's silly music. I need dramatic music, like do 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 do, something like that. That's what I need.
I got something.
Okay, give me some dramatic music. Okay, also you're spinning around and you're walking away from me and you're falling on the ground. This is a podcast and we're recording it right over here. So I need you over here. Also, maybe not hopping up and down like a madman on crack. And also not directly into the microphone. You've suddenly become very close. Eleanor, you cannot have this pen. You can't have that pen, Eleanor. So give me some dramatic music, Max.
Dun, dun, dun.
That was great. So you're going to help me out here, okay? So, Bunny.
Yes.
Let us now talk about the case of the missing spoons.
Dun, dun, dun.
That was good, Maxwell. That was really good dramatic music. It's okay. But before I tell you where all of our spoons in the house have gone to, we need to talk about little Eleanor here. She is on my lap right now. Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, that was a good hi. She's on my lap and she's feeling. She's happy to be on the podcast right now. My daughter Eleanor, she is 16 months old. I love her. And with that being said, let go of the phone.
Hi.
Yes, Bunny says hi. Are we still on? She's
Yes.
pressing button. Okay. So Eleanor is 16 months old, and I love her. And with that being said, she is a little shit.
Okay.
Let go of my podcast notes. No. I'm just being honest. Eleanor is a crazy mad. No, you can't have that. She's getting in.
Some of our listeners may have surmised that.
Yeah. She's flexing her power right now.
Okay.
She sees what she can do, what she can get away with. She's getting into things. She's opening stuff. She's destroying everything. She's a little terrorist, and she literally needs. Yes, Bunny says hi. Bunny says hi to you too. She literally needs to be watched 24/7 at all times, because if you stop watching her for 1 second, she'll destroy something. Her latest thing that she's been doing, that little Eleanor has been doing, she's been opening the fridge and breaking all of our eggs.
Oh.
That's her new thing. So you have to keep an eye on her, because at any second she will open up the fridge and just whatever drinks are in there, she will take them out and just put them on the floor, and then she'll start getting leftovers and just opening them up and just dropping them on the floor, and eggs, just breaking all the eggs. We had 2 cartons of eggs.
You know what you do about that, don't you?
Lock her in a cage.
Close. You zip tie her hands behind her back and you put her in a closet for about a week. You know?
That's.
You want to when you're trying to take her out of the closet, you want to check and make sure she's got that 1,000-mile stare. If she doesn't have it, put her back in the closet for another week.
Yeah, that's like 70s and 80s punishment right there.
Yeah.
What, Maxwell? What? Yes, I'm trying to get those away from her because she just tried to. Eleanor, close the fridge. You do not need to be an example right now. Okay? Yes, Bunny says hi to you too. Okay? Bunny says hi to you too. We had 2 cartons of eggs, and then after this afternoon, we have 4 eggs.
Uh-huh.
That's Eleanor. She will quickly destroy the entire house. if you do not keep an eye on her. Really. Hey, I'm Eleanor. Look, I can get into this cabinet now. Oh, cool. I guess I'll just pull everything out of this cabinet and start breaking anything I can. Eleanor, don't touch this, okay? Don't touch this. Okay, well, I won't. I totally won't. Until you get up from your seat, during which I will instantly start touching the thing and seeing if I can destroy it. And at some point in time, a number of months ago, someone, I don't remember who, for all I know it was me, but I don't think it was, someone was being lazy and decided to teach Eleanor to throw away things in the trash can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no doubt a move to stop someone from having to get up and throw something away. So Eleanor has developed a nasty habit of throwing away anything she can.
Okay.
So we now have to regularly go through our trash because she's literally just throwing shit in the trash. The other day, I was wandering around the house for like 15 minutes looking for her shoes. I found one, but then I couldn't find the other shoe. And then, there you go. It's in the trash. She threw away her shoe.
Have you tried putting the trash can up on like a counter or something?
There really is no counter for it to go on.
Yeah.
The counters are reserved for a whole bunch of easily breakable things that she can't have more so than the trash. Anyway, yeah, in the trash. Her shoes, in the trash. A plate of food in the trash. And, Maxwell, come here. The spoons!
The spoons.
She's just been grabbing the spoons and throwing them in the trash. By the time we realized that she had done it, she had thrown away about 15 spoons.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I have to regularly sift through the trash looking for, okay, she threw away this plate, she threw away this bowl, and she threw away my copy of Shrek 2.
Oh.
Which is a lot better than the original Shrek. And all Shrek 3 and 4 is shit. But, oh, look, Elle threw away these DVDs. Jesus, Eleanor. Okay, those are Bella's. You need to take those off. She will get upset, okay? You have tied yourself. How did you tie yourself? This is like a freaking Gordian knot. You're 16 months old. How did you even do this? I'm trying to untangle you, okay? It's not my fault you tangled yourself. There. She's trying to show, like, oh, Daddy's right. I am a terror. Let me see what I can get into right now.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Eleanor. Oh, hold on. What is she doing? Eleanor, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Crayons. Okay. Don't eat them. So that's the story. That's the story of the case of the missing spoons. Dramatic music.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you, Maxwell.
Dun, dun.
In a related story, though,
Yes.
Eleanor loves books. This is her new thing. She loves books, which is weird because so many people have said, oh, you're such a great storyteller. I bet your kids love it when you're home. And I say, yes, they love when Daddy's home so that I can read them books is what I have to say to you and what you expect me to say. So that is what I am saying. Not going to tell you the truth. These kids did not care for me reading. These kids, none of them cared to sit down and listen to me read a story. And apparently, Eleanor is trying to make up for all of the other kids because she'll get a book. She'll get like, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. She'll get the book and she'll bring it to me and she'll go, and start throwing a fit until you pick it up. And when you pick up the book, she will instantly sit right next to you and just cuddle up because you're going to read this book to her. So you read the book to her. You read the book to her, and then when you're done reading the book, she will take the book from you and immediately wander the house looking for someone else to read it to her.
Okay.
So next thing you know, she leaves, and then like 4 minutes later, you hear Natasha in the other side of the house saying, "I've already read that to you 6 times today. I'm reading that book to you again." So then Eleanor comes back with the book. But yeah, that's her thing. Sometimes she'll give you like 3 books and just
Maybe teacher had a cave paint.
Maybe. You think that would help?
It may be very therapeutic for her because she does seem like she is in her caveman period.
Yeah. Color on the table. Color over there on the table. Color on the table. Color on the table. Color on the table. No, color on the table. Over there on the table. Here. Here's your paper. Color over there. Oh my God, you actually listen to me. Well then, Bunny. It's at this point in the podcast where I would like to take a small bit of time to shit all over my niece Deanna.
Okay.
This past Saturday, Deanna had the nerve, the gall, the chutzpah
The cojones.
to shat upon Tim Curry's best performance next to Garfield 2, of course, as Pennywise in the TV miniseries version of It.
Yes.
Deanna liked the movie It so much that she decided to track down the original It miniseries, and she ruthlessly desecrated the original It miniseries without. And here's the kicker. This should come as no surprise. She didn't even know that we were doing It this week.
Really?
Yeah. She's just so obsessed with It that she's watching Stranger Things season 2 and she just pauses it. I just want to tell everybody in this house that I saw the original miniseries It and it was horrible and I hated it and it sucked and Tim Curry sucked in it. Okay.
Oh,
and then she
those are fighting words.
Yeah. Tim Curry's a beautiful, brilliant man. I want to make sure she's not getting into trouble. So I'm how dare she? How dare Deanna attack the original It miniseries, attack Tim Curry? Jack Tripper is rolling in his grave right now. I forgot the actor's name. I just knew Jack Tripper. John Ritter.
Yeah.
John Ritter.
Yeah.
I only remembered his name.
So this episode is dedicated to Deanna.
Yeah.
And her poor, shamefully poor taste in movies.
Okay, hold on. She can't color on doors. Why are you telling me this and like not stopping? Eleanor, don't color on the doors.
Hello, buddy.
Hi, Maxwell.
Jesus. Gotcha, Maxwell.
He tried to hijack the podcast. That's why. He probably told Eleanor to color on the door.
Yeah, so Deanna hates the original It miniseries, but you know what she does love?
What?
The Tremors series.
The Tremors series? I couldn't get past 1.
It's important to note that she enjoys the Tremors series because it's socially acceptable to like the first Tremors, but she's talking about, oh my God, have you seen Tremors 7 yet? Like, no, I haven't seen Tremors 2 through 6. Why would I see Tremors 7? You know?
Yeah. No. Poor taste.
Yeah. So this entire episode is dedicated to my niece Deanna and how much she sucks.
It's kind of like, well, Deanna, if you liked it, you'll love the Gunslinger. If you liked the Tremors series, you'll really love the Hellraiser series.
Eleanor, leave that alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. No, Eleanor, no. No. No, you can't have this. Okay? This is like a baby rocker. You don't even fit this anymore. You didn't fit that when you were cut out of the womb. Other parents had tiny babies. Don't talk back to me. Yeah. So, Bunny.
Yes.
I want to have a fun, lighthearted conversation with you right now.
Okay.
It's just going to sound the opposite of that.
All right.
Okay. But just hear me out here. Trust me. This is all going to work out fine. Okay.
Okay.
Maxwell, it's very difficult for me to do the podcast while you're also whispering in my ear. What were you saying?
I was saying I want to take over your podcast.
Don't take over my podcast, please. So, Bunny, I've been super crazy depressed.
Yes.
So I have bipolar disorder mixed with PTSD. And at times that just gets put into a blender of awfulness. So that's a whole bunch of fun. Then you add to that my crazy hectic work schedule and home and Eleanor just throwing away everything that we own. And we have these people that are working on our lights at work.
Yeah.
And just these old creepy looking dudes that I don't trust.
Uh-huh.
And so apparently they need my receiving door propped open so that they can go from receiving where all the breakers are and everything to the floor where all the actual lights are. And it's difficult, having been in the robbery that I was in, to be okay with a team of strange dudes coming in and out of my receiving area.
Yeah. I don't blame you on that.
So I've been pretty depressed and pretty on edge and just pretty depressed. Okay. But I always try to look on the bright side of things. So this deep, dark depression I've been in, I've been getting so much fucking sleep. It is wonderful. Oh my God, this depression has been great for my sleep because it's 4 hours. Yeah, I can go to work and open up 200 boxes in a 9.5 hour shift. Yeah, that's totally fine for me to do with 3.5 hours of sleep. Yeah, that's totally fine. But now I'm like depressed and it's hard for me to get out of bed. And so like I go to sleep and I wake up and it's like, so let me see here. Let me do the math. Holy crap, I got 9.5 hours of sleep. Oh my God, this is what it's like to be well rested.
Yes.
I had no clue. This is incredible. Yeah, Saturday night, I got 9.5 hours of sleep. It was amazing. When I woke up, there were animated forest creatures singing a song. That's how amazing it was. They were just whistling a song,
and they got the laundry done.
Yeah, and they got me dressed, and they cobbled shoes. It was incredible. So this depression has been wonders for me. So I'm hoping to get depressed more often.
Yes.
Yes, Maxwell. Do you have soda so little that the fact that I have a Coca-Cola in my hand turns you into a meth addict?
Why does like Coca-Cola?
Eleanor, get down! Get down! Get down! Hold on. Get. Damn it, Eleanor! No! 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 No!
Hi, Bunny. Today we're going to talk about
Sit there.
What are we going to talk about, Maxwell?
dudes.
Okay, move, Maxwell. Stop
I'm
trying
trying to take over your
I know you're trying to take over the podcast. It's very cute. So
Oh, I didn't buy that at all.
I really tried to sell it. Eleanor, get down from there. Jesus Christ, these kids. So glad that I have teens to help me.
Welcome.
You're a tween, Bella. You're a tween.
That's right.
Hey, Bob.
You're Twella. I'm not talking to you. And why would I be talking to you?
All right.
So we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about on the podcast. We have homework. We're going to be talking about Justice League. We are going to be talking about conspiracy theories and a really exciting but scattered note from the bookstore. We're going to be talking about Rock of Ages and a bunch of stuff. We've got a full episode here, but before we get to any of that, maybe we should take a break. Should we take a break?
Yes.
Should we take a break?
We should take a break.
Then we shall. We will be right back with more of the. Come over here and do it. Come over here and do it, and try not to be jumping up and down and spinning, because I think people can hear that, which is weird. No, do the whole thing. Do the whole bit. We will be right back.
We will be right back after these commercial messages. .com. Listen to my dad.
Okay, that was weird. You just added a .com out of nowhere. And listen to my dad. But that was good, Max. So thank you. Thank you. I liked you. You're getting to be very good at scatting. Is Eleanor trying to do surgery on her Cabbage Patch doll?
Yes.
I'm confused as to what's going on here. Eleanor might be doing a satanic sacrifice.
Okay, it's about time she started learning.
That's right. There's no early. It's never too early to have a child be doing satanic sacrifices. What did you say, Maxwell?
I'll do the Pokemon show.
You are not doing the Pokemon show. This is my podcast. You're not taking over my podcast, okay?
I'm not going to try to.
Okay.
Bob takes absolutely no pleasure in the stimulants in which Bob sometimes so badly indulged. It is not in the pursuit of pleasure that her old life and reputation and reason. It has been the desperate attempt to escape from torturing memories, from a sense of insupportable loneliness and a dread of some strange impending doom.
Oklahoma news.
Casino Royale is too much for one James Bond. Join the Casino Royale fun movement.
Mr. Bond, I'm Lieutenant Mathis of the Special Police.
Peter Sellers is James Bond.
These are my credentials.
They appear to be in order.
Ursula Andress is James Bond. David Niven is James Bond. Woody Allen is James Bond.
My doctor says I can't have bullets enter my body at any time. What if I said I was pregnant?
Joanna Pettit is James Bond.
Rather warm in here, don't you think?
Cool it, Charlie.
Casino Royale is too much for one James Bond. Orson Welles is the heaviest heavy of Smirch. Dahlia Lavi is James Bond.
I'm the new secret weapon.
They've got us on the run with guns and knives. We're fighting for our lives.
Casino Royale is too much for one James Bond.
Next.
Terrence Cooper is James Bond. Barbara Boucher is James Bond. Casino Royale is indestructibly wild.
Hello, sailor.
Indescribably funny.
Oh, you like that sort of thing, eh?
Join the Casino Royale fun movement.
And we're back with more of the Pope on Film.
Gummy bears.
Hey, what? I don't have gummy bears. What are you freaking out about? I don't have gummy bears. Hey, Bunny.
Yes.
Okay, you smell my energy drink. That's what you smell. Okay, it's weird that you think you smell gummy bears. I don't think I could. I think I could be at a gummy bear factory and not smell gummy bears. But what you smell is a Rockstar energy drink. Yeah, I can see how that would smell like a gummy bear. Hey, Bunny.
Yes.
Guess what?
Tonka trucks.
No, my top-hatted friend. It's homework time once again on the old Pope on Film podcast.
Yes.
People of the internet, your attention, please. Cease your self-righteous tweeting and kindly pay attention! Each week, the dreaded Council of Ambers locks herself in a room with her boyfriend, Jaden Goodchristian, and picks a homework assignment via the fiery ritual of carousel. A homework assignment notarized, ratified, and stupefied with the expressed intent of bettering our show's listeners, nay, superhero movies everywhere. But not you, Justice League. No. I was so worried about Justice League coming out because Justice League came out very close to Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And I remember last year, at some point in time on the podcast, saying that I was worried that Thor Ragnarok was going to come out, and then immediately afterwards, here comes Justice League to steal its thunder.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I have nothing to be worried about. Because let's see what the DC Cinematic Universe consists of. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and now Justice League, which is basically the DC Universe's Avengers. And yet, Justice League had the lowest opening weekend of any DC Cinematic Universe movie.
Oh, that hurts.
It made less than $100 million in its opening weekend.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Thor 3...
I shouldn't be taking this much joy in it.
Oh, no, it made me feel great. It made me feel wonderful. All is well with the world because of this. I was so very, very happy when I heard this. Meanwhile, Thor 3 came out, and that made like 128 million in its opening weekend, and everybody loves it. So, really excited about life.
Yes.
I'm just so excited that Justice League, which cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make and was a process to make the film that just took years and years and years and years and years and years of planning, and yet it's a failure. I'm really excited about this.
Yes.
So happy.
Yes. And you know what, DC? You stupid bastards. If it had my Flash in it, I would have wanted to see it.
Yeah, it's weird that they...
No matter how many times I've been burnt on DC movies before.
It's weird that they have a perfectly good Flash.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't use him. That pissed me off.
They have a great Flash. This kid is just the Flash.
Yeah, love that guy.
Yeah.
Love that guy. Meanwhile, every single solitary time I see their Aquaman, I see the WWE's Roman Reigns. Don't see anybody but Roman Reigns, and it's difficult for me to take Aquaman seriously when he looks exactly like Roman Reigns. And this week's homework assignment for the Pope on Film podcast has to do with pedophilia, pizza, and Twitter.
Okay.
It's sad to say this, but Twitter has seemed to really gained importance in our society now that our president is butthurt about the evil media trying to get him.
Yeah. I can't believe that. I can't believe that the word Twitter. You know, I can't believe that future archaeologists and historians are going to have to look back at this period and talk about Twitter.
Yeah.
And the president's tweets.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. You know, that's not even a Trump thing. I mean, if Obama tweeted, it's just the idea of a president tweeting.
Yeah.
It just seems so fucking undignified.
Mr. Obama, you have a meeting with the Chinese consulate. Oh, yes. Just hold on a second. I need to send this Snapchat. This is a very important Snapchat for the president.
It might seem undignified, but like you use Obama as an example. He brought dignity to social media under a president, and then
my
and destroyed it.
My point was, it doesn't make a difference what president it is, just the fact that a president tweets.
Yeah, I get that.
The president is passing laws via Twitter.
No, that's not how it works.
I know that, but the president doesn't know that. I feel like you're attacking me for what I said, but like, don't attack me, attack the president.
I'm not attacking you.
Okay.
I'm not attacking anybody.
Okay, you're not.
I'm done.
So, I've been trying to dust off my Twitter and use it to add my voice to the massively growing throng of people's voices rallying against that fat old con artist Cheeto fuck nugget.
Yes.
So, I use Twitter to attack the president and criticize the president and the establishment, whatever the hell that means nowadays, is what I'm trying to say. And in my attacks on President Twitter and the GOP, I often use hashtags that I know that Trump supporters fancy and gravitate towards.
Okay.
Like I'll be on Twitter and I'll go, just to remind everyone, here is footage of Donald Trump on Howard Stern talking about how he liked to sneak into teenage girls dressing at Miss Teen Universe pageants.
Yeah.
Hashtag Trump supporter. Hashtag Republican. Hashtag Christian. Hashtag Jesus. Because that will force these people who disagree with me to have to see what I have to say. So I do that. I do that a lot. And in doing that, I'm basically entering enemy territory here.
Yes.
Where all of these Christians and Republicans and rednecks and various shades of white are seeing my attack. And every once in a while, I'll get attacked back by some self-righteous holier-than-thou Republican Christian asshat.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, when you hear a white male say he's sick and tired of people being so politically correct and complain about how liberals are too offended nowadays, what he means is that I sure do miss back when I could be a bigot.
Uh-huh.
Really miss when I could just get away with being a sexist, racist bigot. Those were the good old days.
They were.
So I was attacked. So I was attacking Trump. Next thing you know, this angry MAGA supporter starts attacking me. Specifically, the last person to attack me, his Twitter handle is @AethelDread, AethelDread, @AethelDread. He's a racist mofo, real trash, supremely anti-Semitic. Which is weird in our modern day, 2017, and we all have super strong supercomputers that are the size of a chocolate bar that we keep in our pants, and we have all of the knowledge of the world, and we have these computer chips that are the size of a tiny grain of rice. And yet there are still people out there that think the Jews have a conspiracy.
Yes.
It's amazing to me. Like what is this, like 1954 that you think that the evil Jews are conspiring against you? Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, the Jews in New York are just obsessed with conspiring against you, Mr. beat-up truck-driving guy in Alabama. The Jews are all against you. So so this guy on Twitter, @AethelDread, he does a classic Republican move. I think I heard John Oliver recently talk about this on his show. He gave me a what about?
Yes.
So that's where a Republican tries to switch the subject from the fact they're ignoring to the lies they use as subterfuge. So I'm on Twitter and I'm trying to expose Donald Trump for being a dumb racist asshat, and suddenly here comes @AethelDread with, what about Hillary killing Vince Foster? It's amazing to me that it was Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump, and Donald Trump somehow won, despite losing the popular vote, and people were upset, and all of the Republicans and all of the people who voted for Trump were all like, hey, liberals, you lost. The election is over. Get over it, okay? The election is over. Now we need to focus on our president, and the president's doing a horrible job. So what are they saying now? Well, it's obviously Hillary's fault. Let's focus on what Hillary was doing leading up to the election. And it's like, oh, excuse me, Republicans. The election is over. You need to move on. Sons of bitches. So yeah, Hillary killing Vince Foster. There is no arguing with that type of person.
No, there isn't. because it's been proven over and over and over again that the man committed suicide and his body was never moved. And if you want to read one fucking thing which is interesting as goddamn hell, Vince Foster gave a commencement speech shortly before his suicide.
Yeah.
That speech is the fucking suicide note.
Nice.
You read that speech, and there would be no doubt in your mind that that man went home and killed himself.
Yeah. Nice. I'm so I can't. So you can't argue with this level of crazy. So I was trying to figure out what to do. Do I block this guy? Do I try and make him see the light? So I decided, I figured that I would just counter his crazy with even more crazy.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote to him, I fully agree with you. She killed Vince Foster, secretly sold uranium, shot JFK, and she's a secret alien lizard person using chemtrails to turn all the frogs gay.
Yes.
And so then the guy, so then like, what is this guy going to do with that? And he actually wrote, you have no idea how close. I know you're joking, but you have no idea how close you are to the actual truth. I know you're trying to belittle me, and it's like, I'm not belittling you. It's obvious that Hillary Clinton is an elite alien lizard Illuminati robot pedophile that killed Tupac and ate Bigfoot and faked the moon landing to hide the truth about the flat Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Word salad is really fun when you didn't go to college. And you don't have to worry about things like facts.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how close you are to the actual truth. And that brings us to this week's homework assignment, an attempt to piss off angry white Christian Republicans on Twitter.
Yeah.
That brings us to this week's homework, yet another edition of Dueling Lists.
Yes.
This dueling lists is eerily similar to another dueling list we've done before at some point in time. We really need a historian. But the reasons for this dueling lists is different. We have both, Bunny and I, independently of each other, created a list of 9 new and original conspiracy theories that I can take and put on Twitter to piss off angry, ignorant white people.
Yes.
Do you have your list?
I hope I'm getting at what you want, but yes, I have my list. I found it kind of difficult, and then things would I would think of like 2 in a row, and then black out for a while.
Yeah.
So
I didn't do it for a really long time, and then when I finally came up with the first conspiracy theory, then all of the other ones just immediately spilled out of me.
Oh, good.
So, Bunny, why don't you go first?
Okay. The Council of Native American Chiefs, led by Chief Longthroat, has petitioned the United Nations for the return of their land, which was stolen by white settlers.
That would piss off a lot of white people. That would piss off a lot of white people. That's a good one. I like that.
Okay, good.
Yes, Maxwell. What? You do not have a dueling list. So you have 9 conspiracy theories that are designed to piss off people. I don't believe you, Maxwell. Oh, okay, then come over here and tell us one of your conspiracy theories, Maxwell.
Well, here's one. Okay, the first one is that Christians are very, very,
not smart.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do about that.
That's rude.
Yeah, Maxwell, that's rude.
Just because they're Christians doesn't
Honey.
mean they're not smart. They can be educated. They can be smart. They just have their own beliefs and faith, and that does not mean that they're not smart. Okay.
Eleanor has gotten the tortillas.
But still, for his first conspiracy theory,
That was
not
pretty
bad.
solid.
I think it shows some promise.
Yeah.
You know, he targeted a specific group, okay, and got at least the insult part in.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it definitely needs work, but he shows promise.
Good. Okay, so this is my first. This is my first here. Hillary Clinton lost the election on purpose. My sources tell me. My sources deep within the deep state of the U.S. government told me that Hillary Clinton purposefully threw the election as part of a diabolical plan to make Jimmy Fallon lose in the ratings. Because the Illuminati does not want Jimmy Fallon to succeed in the ratings.
No.
So the Illuminati, the elite pedophile Illuminatis, they put their man, Stephen Colbert, in late night television, and then had Hillary Clinton lose so that he would win in the ratings.
Uh-huh.
It's all a conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy. It's all connected. It's all connected.
I usually catch Stephen Colbert's monologue on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, each and every one of them, all the voices are like one octave higher.
So you're saying
Stephen Colbert sounds like he, just before starting his monologue, did a little helium. Just a little.
Or, what about this? Body double.
Body double. Yeah.
That's what I think is happening here. He might be a clone.
He might be a clone.
Okay, give me your second one, Bunny.
Marriage licenses will no longer be issued to mixed-sex couples as of January 20th, 2022.
Ooh, I like that. Mixed-sex couples.
Yes.
Because that is some really good verbiage to piss off some Christians right there. I like that. So here's my next one is just a piece. I don't have the full amount of it. I just have one fact, and I think that's good in the world of conspiracy theories because the vagueness of this will allow people to add their own things to it. Bill Clinton had Patrick Swayze killed.
Oh.
But why? Did Patrick Swayze know about the Clintons' shady real estate business? Or maybe perhaps Patrick Swayze was just too sexy?
Nice.
Who knows? But my sources tell me that. My sources tell me that Bill Clinton had Patrick Swayze killed.
That's maybe why Bill always went for the trailer trash?
Yeah.
Are these Patrick Swayze's leftovers?
Yeah. Okay, give me another one, Bunny.
There's a bill in Congress to change the red stripe in the American flag pink.
Nice. That's a good one. The liberals are expanding their war on Christmas. So 2018, get ready for the military action on Easter.
Yes.
The rumble on Halloween, the spat on Valentine's Day, and most diabolical, the slap fight on Earth Day. It's all part of the liberals trying to take down our beloved institutions.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
PETA is conspiring with the Scientologists to pass a law to change the traditional Thanksgiving meal to bald eagle.
Nice. Was that PETA that you said? PETA?
PETA. Uh-huh.
PETA. I don't like PETA. I hate PETA.
I hate PETA too, especially when they're killing dogs.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck, PETA?
Yeah. Only we're allowed to kill dogs. So, Bunny, you know about the fluoride in our water that is keeping us complacent and making sure that we, the American public, aren't woke to the truth about the Illuminati deep state conspiracy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The deep state government is also putting strychnine in our chew. And that's not all. They have been secretly putting arsenic in our beloved sweet tea. Oh, no, not our sweet tea. I was trying to think of things that white people really, really liked, so I went with sweet tea and chew.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll get them.
Yeah, that's I figured. Okay, give me one.
Okay. George Soros is secretly funding research in the field of cloning to create an army of Madeline Murray O'Hares.
Nice.
Just an
George
army
Soros.
of militant atheists.
Yeah. That's every Christian's worst nightmare.
Yes.
Historians have discovered a new, previously unknown book of the Bible entitled The Book of the Bakery.
Okay.
And the Lord did spoketh, thou shalt maketh a store specifically for the baking of cakes and confectionaries. And if a man and a man doth enter this establishment, be sure to still make them a cake, because not doing so would be a dickish move. Saith the Lord. I, the Lord your God, want to be totally clear on this bakery issue. Baketh the caketh, peoples. Spoketh the Lord. That's from the exciting new Book of the Bakery.
I think we should just write that.
Yeah. Previously unseen Book of the Bible.
Thou shalt not deny thy brother pastries.
That would be a good little meme to type that out in a tiny little box. Give me one.
FEMA camps will begin to do genetic testing to identify the pure blood whites and exterminate them.
Ooh, that's a good one. That also taps into the generic FEMA fear.
Yes.
Country music is actually a secret plot by the U.S. government and MK Ultra to calm and subdue America's idiots. So an idiot hears a country song and then goes, "Oh, I like this song. Suddenly, I don't want to riot against the blacks." That's how they get you.
Nice.
Yes, Bunny says hi to you too. Bunny loves you. Okay? Don't bite me. Jesus. I take everything back that I said. You tried to bite me. We are enemies now. Go for it, Bunny.
Feminazis are organizing a boycott to stop the sale of truck nuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's going to piss people off. HDTV uses secret subliminal messages to plant in people's minds the idea that Taylor Swift is talented. It's all just a conspiracy.
She scares me.
Yeah.
She scares me. I'm sorry. I go with alien human hybrid when it comes to Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I fully agree with you.
Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. Her eyes are very, very gray alien-esque.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of almond shape. She barely has a fucking nose.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And her face is like featureless, like a mannequin, except with a smile.
And then I read somewhere, and I took it as being true. I didn't do the fact checking, but I read somewhere on the internet that Taylor Swift is the same age as Adele.
Yeah.
Except one of those two is a fully formed adult.
Uh-huh.
And the other one is a perpetually 17-year-old crybaby.
Yes.
A bit odd.
Who broke up with you now, Taylor?
Yeah. Bit odd. I am the same age as John Cena, and that's amazing to me because one of them is a fully grown, handsome man, and the other one is John Cena.
I was the same age as Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
I fucking win.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you totally win. You totally win. I totally outlived Jesus. Eleanor, leave those old podcast stuff alone. If you were out and you just saw podcast notes and it's like, oh, I'm gonna grab these. That's my thing. That's my jam.
Do you blame her?
That's a good point. I don't blame anyone for being. Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks, honey. So, you're next. You're next. I just did number 7.
Yeah. Confederate flags will be returning to the stores, but the store owners will be fined if the flags are not emblazoned with the words "big fucking losers."
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so you have to return it with that on the flag.
Yes.
Yeah. To learn you a lesson.
Right at the bottom, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. People are finally waking up to the truth about Hillary Clinton selling uranium to the Russians. But did you really think that that was all of the story? My sources deep within the White House tell me that Hillary Clinton also sold plutonium to the Libyans and to use that plutonium to build a time machine. The Libyans are building a time machine using plutonium sold to them by Hillary Rodham Clinton.
There we go.
Rodham. That's weird. Rodham.
That's the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what that is? That's Rodin's lesbian sister.
Oh, no, that's her last name. Her maiden last name. Fuck.
Oh, so her last name is Rodham?
When she got married to Bill,
Oh.
I read about this. Her name was Hillary something Rodham.
Yes.
If I look this up, because I might be wrong, please fact check me.
Oh, hell no.
I'm pretty sure that
No, you're right.
It was her maiden name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she turned it into her middle name.
Yeah.
When she married William.
So you mean to tell me that Hillary Clinton is hiding a name?
Yes, except you can probably look it up like I did.
Oh my goodness. Hillary Clinton is hiding so much from us.
Jeannie just took out a pumpkin cheesecake from the oven, and it smells fucking awesome.
Nice. Good job, Jeannie.
So, hey.
Yes, honey? I feel like you're leading up to something. Yes?
Am.
Okay.
I was talking
What?
to Emerald
Good
about
for you.
how awkward it might be tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm really uncomfortable with going to
Yeah, no, we're gonna eat when we
Papa's
leave
house.
because I have to be home by 7 anyways.
You have to be home by 7?
Before 7.
Why?
My show's still on tomorrow.
There's still an episode of Supernatural on Thanksgiving?
You know, I blame
A
the
new
fact
episode? There's a new episode on Thanksgiving?
I blame the fact that they filmed Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving in October. And I think that's when we should start doing it too.
No TV shows have new episodes on Thanksgiving. Except for like the dog show and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah.
Freaking weird.
Yeah, it's happening. So we have to be home by 7, before 7. So don't worry. Awkwardness level to the minimum.
Yeah,
Okay?
That's a good point.
But also, I told her, I said, bet money on it the next year. I'm going to be like, we should start that tradition back up of going to see your parents, Steve, on Thanksgiving.
My parents don't know I exist.
Yeah, it's cool. They don't know that your, like, 2 youngest kids exist either.
I started feeling good about not talking to my parents because I realized, like, oh, yeah, I don't call my parents, I don't talk to my parents. And I always feel really guilty about that. But then I realized the other day, like, it came to me, a stupid realization, but it just came to me, oh, wait, they could talk to me, too.
That's true, but you know...
It's not 100% my fault.
Yeah.
You know what?
Phones go both ways.
I'm gonna give you pineapple because you always eat the pineapple over Hawaiian.
So I just did number 8. So next is yours.
Okay. Country music will be banned on all radio stations.
Nice. See, that works. Because I had a country music one too.
Yeah.
Finally. Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
Pizzagate. The conspiracy theory that Hillary Clinton has a secret child sex ring hidden in the basement of a pizza place in Washington, D.C.
Damn, I should have found the pizza place while I was there.
Yeah. And then a lot of Christians like to add Satanism and cannibalism to the mix just to, like, spice it up. Anyway.
Yes.
Pizzagate.
It's a good story.
Yeah. It's a spicy meatball. But here's what I've learned. Pizzagate, it's all real. But my sources tell me it goes even deeper than that. Hillary Clinton, together with George Soros and Magneto, they're running a secret child sex ring that's hidden under a pizza parlor in Washington, D.C. Hillary Clinton is selling children and babies to secret members of the rich, liberal Hollywood elite to be used as sex slaves. But why? Why is Hillary Clinton selling children and babies to be used as sex slaves by the liberal gay Hollywood elite so that she can afford her crippling addiction to Nutella? That's what all of this is about. That is what all of this is about. Nutella.
Nutella. Okay.
Clinton is selling children and babies to gay Hollywood predators so that she can buy more Nutella for herself.
Nice.
That's what my sources tell me. That's what my sources tell me. My secret sources deep in the government have told me this. And that is it for this week, for homework this week. I had a lot of fun with homework this week.
It was fun, yes.
And we sincerely and honestly, so sin honestly, we sincerely hope, Eleanor, yes. Hey, don't pull my cord. We sincerely hope that your eyes, minds, and repressed childhood traumas have all been suitably opened. But don't think you're ski-daddling out of here that easily, mister. Don't forget next week's homework assignment. And for next week, we're staying in the ballpark.
Okay.
With a recent long-form Rolling Stone article that just recently came out. It's insanely detailed. It's a recent article that recently came out recently. And it's called Pizzagate. Eleanor. Jesus Christ. Eleanor's... Yeah, no, the article is called Pizzagate, Jesus Christ, Eleanor, what the hell? It's called Pizzagate, Anatomy of a Fake News Scandal.
Honestly, you're just...
A group of reporters wrote the history of Pizzagate and pinpointed exactly where it started.
Uh-huh.
And who started it, and why, and yada, yada, yada. It's a really good article, and I just want to talk more about Pizzagate because I find that to be freaking hilarious. And it's impressive that we talked so much about conspiracy theories just now with so little mention of Pizzagate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're staying in this...
Pizzagate is too ridiculous.
Yeah.
Than anything we said.
So that's what we are doing next week for homework. Pizzagate. Rolling Stone article, Pizzagate, Anatomy of a Fake News Scandal. That is next week. So be sure and join us, loyal Pope on Film fans, next week for more homework with on film. And cut. No, that's a cut. That's a cut. That's not a commercial break.
Cut and print.
No, that's the cut and print is what we do at the end. Come on, Maxwell. Come on, stay with me, okay? Not literally. I mean, you can leave. I'm just saying. In fact, you really, really can if you want to. But
Try and make me.
yeah.
Try and stop it. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this kid's problem?
Eleanor?
Yes.
I have no idea. She's just, you know what she's doing? She's doing that one specific episode of The Simpsons. Like she has like a pot on her head, and she's just banging a drum going through the house, going, "I am so great! I am so great!" That's basically what she's doing.
Like, seriously, I apparently have to get up early in the morning. Because when I sleep in, she sleeps in. She doesn't take an afternoon nap, and this is what we get. It's either this fucking manic bullshit, or we get complete breakdowns.
Yeah. Yep. Those are the two.
There's no in between.
Yeah, there's no in between for her.
Stay telling them.
And that's how you can prove she's your child.
Exactly.
Yep.
Still your kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just hit her in the head.
Does she owe you money?
No, I was on the counter, and then when I moved my hand down back to my side, she was apparently walking past me.
Oh, well, I'm happy to welcome our newest listeners to the Pope on Film podcast, Child Protective Services.
That's an engram.
Yeah, that's an engram right there.
Yeah. That's not right. It builds the character, Bunny.
Yeah. Well then, Bunny, let's talk about books. You see, people always say, "Hey, Steve, how do you get so much done at work?" To which I say, it's a combination of dangerous amounts of caffeine and a crippling fear of failure bordering on manic paranoia. Yay! People also say, "Hey, write what you know." And what I know is that I have been a loyal, maybe a bit too loyal if we're being honest, employee at my local bookstore for over 17 years.
Yes.
If my work history were a person, then it would probably be Snapchatting nudes to all of the cute boys in school without realizing the ramification of those actions because, hey, I'm a teenager. Nothing matters. I'm a teenager. I'm invincible. Nothing I do counts.
Yes.
And as such, I really do have my fingers on the pulse of the book world, and I am here to rub my fingers all over your chest with this week's remarkably unremarkable installment of Notes from the Bookstore. Dramatic music, Maxwell.
Dun dun dun.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure. Eleanor.
No.
This isn't Notes from the Crib. Yeah, he didn't even have a crib.
She has a toddler bed. She doesn't like to sleep.
Notes from the toddler bed. And why did you hit me, Eleanor? And this week's Notes from the Bookstore is brought to you by Holiday Questions. It is a proven scientific fact that customers save their stupidest questions for the holidays.
Uh-huh.
Do you sell Amazon.com gift cards? Do you accept Amazon.com gift cards?
Sorry, dude. Borders closed. Few years back.
Yeah. Where are your Borders bestsellers? That's one that I got.
Oh my god.
Recently. Yeah, recently. It's like, oh, we have our our bestsellers over here, and they go, oh, see, I knew one of you went out of business.
See, I have a bit of a theory about this, though.
No, that's how you know the only reason they're in a bookstore is because someone that they know is a reader and they're not.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get a book for somebody for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever, and so they're like, oh, they got one of them reading stores here, don't they?
Yeah.
And then they find whatever bookstore is around and they grasp their memory for whatever name they can remember. I'm like, oh, Borders. Yes, Borders.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what y'all went out of business? That was Borders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, where's your bestsellers? Because they don't give a fuck, because they don't read, because we have uneducated Americans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Sorry.
What was your theory, Bunny?
But Tasha got a good part of it. Just like working in a call center, you would get the stupid. All the calls were stupid, but you would get the stupidest calls when you were slow.
Oh yeah.
And I always imagined those were people who were hanging on the phone. And they're waiting and they're on hold. Oh, hold is only 3 minutes. Okay. No, wait. This is stupid. And they hang up.
Yeah.
So you don't get them so much when you're busy. These people are being forced out of their natural habitat and into a bookstore.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Bunny, this week has been hard. This week has been hard on me. This week has been hard on my calves. This week has been hard on my beautiful, delicate hands.
Yeah.
This past week has been busy, lots of boxes, but like I know that the week of Black Friday is always heavy. So, dang. So last week, all throughout last week, I was trying to keep an eye on what my system was projecting that I was going to get this week. So on Friday, I started noticing some discrepancies in the numbers that my carton tracking system was showing me. So I thought it was odd. So I informed the managers that there were some weird things that might happen this week. So I used to get deliveries, my main deliveries, the freight deliveries, my main deliveries, I used to get 5 days a week. Then to save money, it went down for select stores. It went down to 3 days a week. So that made it harder because, okay, you're not going to be getting as many deliveries, but the deliveries you do get on those 3 days will be a lot heavier.
Yeah.
So then they said, okay, for the holidays this year, all of the stores are going back to 5 days. But then they said, okay, well, we thought about it, and so to save some more money, each store is going to differ. So there was this big, huge chart, and you had to find your store, and that some stores were staying 5 days, some stores were staying 3 days, some stores were going to 4 days. So apparently for the holidays, we were supposed to be a 4-day store, but we were still getting 3 days. and I would be sending emails and calling people like, when are we going to get our 4-day deliveries? Because we're still getting 3-day deliveries. And then say, okay, well, let me do some typing here and look you up. And yeah, you should be getting 4-day deliveries.
No shit.
Okay.
Yeah, well, of course I'm supposed to be getting 4-day deliveries. I'm telling you that I'm getting 3-day deliveries.
You're being a fucktard about it.
So then we started getting 4-day deliveries. And so it's like, okay, so we're getting 4-day deliveries, so that makes it a little bit easier because I'm not getting a massive amount in 3 days. There's one extra day to kind of spread the amount of books I'm getting in a week, so it makes it slightly easier. So then my store manager went to a store manager's conference, and when the store manager came back, she said, hey, the word from on high is that we're going to be going back to 3-day-a-week deliveries. The moment she told me that, we started getting 5-day-a-week deliveries.
Okay.
We got it for like a month. And she's like, so are you getting your 3-day-a-week deliveries yet? It's like, no, I'm getting 5-day-a-week deliveries, and I'm so confused. But to be clear, like I've told this to a couple of other people, and I just want to clarify that this is less about our bad corporation and more about our bad delivery service.
Okay.
The delivery service is just really bad and unprofessional, and occasionally I get a person who smells like a porn arcade. So it's less about our company being bad and more about our delivery service just sucks. So this is what happened on. I get deliveries. My 3-day-a-week deliveries, I get them Monday and Tuesday and Friday. So on this past Saturday, I noticed that for this week, it was showing me that I was only getting deliveries on Monday and Friday.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, okay, so I'm only getting 2 deliveries this week. Like, I understand maybe you want to get rid of one delivery day because of the holidays, but why would I not get it? I can understand not wanting to give a delivery the day before Thanksgiving, but not the day before Thanksgiving. That's a bit extreme. Like, it's odd to me that I'm only getting 2-day-a-week deliveries.
Yeah.
And then we get an email from corporate saying, hey, we finally did it. We've never done this before, but you're not getting a delivery on Black Friday.
Oh, how
because
nice of you.
that's pretty much like a holiday for us, and so you won't be getting a freight delivery. You'll still be getting what? Do you want me to be quiet with my podcast so that you can have some peace and quiet eating your food? How rude of me, Eleanor. So yeah, I'm not getting a freight delivery on Black Friday, but I'm still getting a delivery from UPS and from FedEx and from USPS and yada yada yada. But my system still says that, hey, you're getting a delivery on Friday, Black Friday. You're getting 150 bucks.
Uh-huh.
So it's all confusing. So then when I left on Saturday, my system said, hey, Monday, you're getting a lot of boxes. You're getting like 160 boxes on Monday, so be prepared for that, Steve. So I woke up super early on Monday and I stretched and I got like a energy drink and I was all excited to go in. And then when I came in, I checked. First thing I do, I check my box carton tracking and it says, Steve, you're actually getting 200 boxes today.
Okay.
But I had already warned the managers. I'm like, hey, Monday's going to be heavy. My carton tracking says Monday's going to be heavy. And they're like, okay, we'll add extra people to help you, Steve. So I get there, and there's a whole bunch of people there to help me. And on Monday, I got 50 boxes.
Okay.
And
so you can't even trust your system.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't even trust my system. So I tell the store manager this, and she's like, "Yeah, that's crazy. You're gonna have to call our company's helpline." So I call the helpline, and I get some, no offense, some New Jersey chick.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, "Hi, my name is Steve. I'm the receiving manager of store yada 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 in Oklahoma. And my carton tracking said I was supposed to get 200 boxes. Instead, I got about 50, so I'm missing about 150 boxes, and I'm just wondering where they are. Can you help me with that?" Sir, you're not making any sense, sir.
Okay.
And she was yelling at me. I was yelled at by a chick from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What is the ISBN of the book you are missing, sir?" It's like, "I don't have an ISBN because I'm not missing one book. I'm missing 150 boxes of books." "Do you have the ISBN numbers of the books that were in those boxes?" "Well, I'm missing about 150 boxes, so if every box has 30 to 50 boxes, you're talking about a ridiculous amount of ISBN. So no, I do not have those ISBNs to give to you, ma'am." I'm not sure if I mentioned this before. I'm the receiving manager, and I'm just talking about the amount of boxes that I get delivered in a day.
Yeah.
My system said I was supposed to get 200. I got 50, and I'm just wondering where my 150 boxes are. Sir, you are not making any sense to me, sir. Like, okay, well, I don't think that's my problem. But so eventually I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to hang up now and try and find someone else to help me. Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help. And I just hung up on her.
Yeah.
And I told the store manager what happened. She didn't believe me. So she called the same number, and there's just hundreds of people in like a phone banks just answering phone calls. She got the same woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got the same woman, and she was also yelled at. So apparently we were talking to like managers and corporate people and executives, and they apologized and they said, "We're going to fix your carton count." So on Tuesday, they decided to make up for Monday, and I got about 225 boxes.
Okay.
I got a ridiculous amount of boxes the next day. Apparently, they were making it up for me.
Yes.
Oh, Steve, I'm sorry that Monday was so light for you.
Yeah.
Here's a day that will break your spine. So, and the worst part is that we were counting on the tracking system that we have to do the scheduling. So we added extra people on Monday, and we added no people on Tuesday when our system said we wouldn't be getting deliveries.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's been a crazy week, and I've been drinking so many energy drinks. My pee has been so neon that I swear to God, the last time I peed, a unicorn came out. Like, my pee has been so neon that, like, it's interesting to go to the bathroom and also think, do we have a black light? Because this would be amazing. It would be like a disco pee.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
My pee is so neon that I swear to God, I peed out a 1980s Trapper Keeper. It was incredible. I peed out the cinematography from Suicide Squad.
Yes.
I peed out the script of Suicide Squad. That's how neon my pee was. But the crazy thing was that I said, I'm not going to be a victim of my bad carton tracking system. I'm not going to be a victim of the corporation. I'm not going to be a victim of my bad delivery service.
Yeah.
So I did 198 boxes by myself on that day, on Tuesday. I'm not sure how it was possible, and I'm pretty sure that was a record. In fact, I told the boss, like, hey, I did 198 boxes by myself. Gee, I'd like to see 2 part-time employees do as much as I did on that day.
Yeah.
Still a bit bitter about my job going bye-bye. So it's been horrible. It's been a horrible week. It's been a horrible month. It's just a horrible time for me.
Yeah.
But I do have one bit of good news to end this part of the podcast. We got a win.
Okay. What do you win?
We got one tiny win. Our store finally got 100% on a secret shop this month.
Nice.
We got 100% on a secret shop. So happy about that. We got 100%. We did everything right. Let me tell you how we did it. We worked hard. We did what we were supposed to. We went above and beyond. We really shone. We were great at it. I just want to make sure that you all know that we got this 100% because we are so good at our jobs and not because the secret shopper was so bad at it. Just want to make it clear that we got 100% for the first time ever on a secret shop because we're so good and not because the woman said, thank you for helping me find this book. What's your name? I'm just going to write it down right here. And then, okay, thank you. And what time is it? Can you tell me the time and the date? Thank you. Where's another employee? I need to ask them for a book that you don't have. Oh, thank you. Now, where's your children's department? I have to go in there next.
Well, now, if she has a customer survey or anything like that, you should go and fill it out and say she was excellent.
I also want to take this time to say that at no point during the secret shop did any of our employees catch her literally filling out the secret shop form in the store. That totally didn't happen. I will say though that when we did get the secret shop, she literally wrote, "Wow, service was excellent. I was helped by at least 7 employees." That's just a sign of how good we are and not a sign of how bad she was.
Yes.
We just got a win. And you know what? A win. A win is a win.
A win is a win.
We deserved a win.
I'm just saying you need to have her come back. Now, something else I think you might not have thought about to get this whole secret shopper thing taken over, because you said you and Tasha were doing it for a while with restaurants. So how much were you getting paid for that?
Oh, not very much, depending on the place, but and if they needed it done immediately,
yeah,
or like a week's time. Usually you got reimbursed for the meal, and then like whatever the cost of the meal was, and then anywhere from like $5 to $12.
Yeah, I see. Because I'm thinking, come on, these secret shopper people, they got to be bought.
Well, I mean,
give them 20.
That would be nice,
and you get 100% each time.
Yeah.
Emerald, you hear that? Start paying me off when I go to Bronx, bitch.
Even if they're like super tough, super strict secret shoppers, 50. I bet you could still get them for 50.
Well, if they're good secret shoppers, you won't even know that they're the shopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Natasha's really good at hiding her secret shopper-edness.
Yeah.
There's cameras in one of the restaurants, and I've literally taken fucking pictures of the employees, and nobody has ever called me out.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. The secret shopper literally was taking pictures of employees' name tags. That's not a red flag or anything. But look, a win is a win. We got 100% on a secret shop.
Good job on the win, honey.
Thank you.
Yes.
That woman
Thank
should
you.
never secret shop in her life.
No, she should continue secret shopping with our store because she had such a good time with us. She literally wrote on the form, I was helped by at least 7 employees, and I believe 3 of them were managers.
What is this?
So yeah, that's just a sign.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, that's mine. It's beer bread. It's bread that was made with beer. It was given to me by Allison.
Hey! Emma, go read your brother's story.
Beer bread.
Okay, yes. So we're gonna go to Texas to go visit a brewery.
Is this like a Sam and Dean brewery?
Yes!
Or just a Dean brewery?
I hope so.
There's
It
Jared
is an
Padalecki,
Ackles.
and then
It
there's
is an
the other
Ackles.
one. Jensen Ackles. There you go.
It is the Ackles Family Brewery. Oh my god.
Jensen
yes.
Ackles has a name that
They have a
sounds...
park for kids and it's animal friendly. You can bring the dog. Oh my god. We need to go there.
Jensen Ackles, his name sounds an awful lot like he was a member of the West Memphis 3.
Why you gotta...
I just feel like Metallica has to
Did
go
I tell
help
you
them.
that my brain decided that since I had absolutely no reaction to Jensen Ackles like being this close to me at all, that my brain was like, oh, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna dream about making out with Jensen Ackles. And I'm like, what the man?
That's weird.
It was really weird and kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you put me near his wife after the story.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Everyone, go read your brother's fucking story. It ain't gonna kill you.
Now it's on to Black Friday. And let me tell you, Bunny, why I love being a receiving manager. We are about to enter into Black Friday, or as receiving managers call it, Fridays.
Fridays.
Because
Okay.
I don't have to deal with customers
Nice.
anymore. And it's wonderful.
Nice.
Oh, it's so great. It's so great.
I do not do Black Friday. I did Black Friday once, and
Yep.
that was it for me. I never want to see that kind of chaos anywhere again.
All my stuff stolen out of the trunk of the car.
Oh.
God.
I've never done Black Friday.
I've done Black Friday once or twice, or as I like to call it, African American Friday.
Yeah.
Eleanor.
She's down with the pineapple.
Oh, thank you for the food, honey. And that is it for Notes from the Bookstore this week. And remember, boys and girls and gender variety packs, you too can save 10% on all of your purchases. And all you have to do is, really simple, all you have to do is just hold Bella. That's all you have to do. Just hold Bella. Just have some sort of physical contact with Isabella. That should be easy. She's really okay with that. Trust me. Totally 100% cool with it.
As long as you're crying.
Yeah, as long as you're crying. No. I have to hold you. Yeah, it's totally fine. Totally fine. It's totally fine. It's good. We're all good. So we still have a lot more to talk about here on the podcast. We need to talk about Rock of Ages. We need to talk about Stranger Things.
Oh,
we need to talk about Tim Curry, kind of. We need to talk about horror movies and Pennywise and sequels. We still have a lot. Casablanca.
Yes.
But before we get to that, La La Land. Before we get to any of that, maybe we should take a break. Should we take a break?
We should take a break.
Then, you know what? We should take a break. We will be right back with more of the Pope on Film after these commercial messages. So, I'm so not used to doing this because Maxwell has taken over this part.
Yes.
Thank you, honey. Eleanor thinks that's hilarious.
Every heart is incomplete until another heart listens back. Those who wish to sing always find someone.
August 14th, notes on experiment designated X. Experimental subject, myself, James Xavier.
X, the most fantastic experiment you have ever taken part in, presents Ray Milland in his most challenging role since his Academy Award-winning Lost Weekend. X, the man with the X-ray eyes.
Are you all right? It's like a splitting of the world. More light than I've ever seen. Filled with light.
X, the man with the X-ray eyes, tries to help the most desperate in our society and enjoys all the delights of secretly studying sexology.
Headache?
No, it's just my eyes.
A doctor with the power to see what others cannot believe. He can overcome the unknown, save lives, and invade the glamour gambling casinos of Las Vegas and defy the goddess of chance.
Don't draw. Don't draw. The next card's a face card.
And Harry, you better go for the sheriff right now. Push up your sleeve.
No!
And we're back with more of the Pope on Film. So before we talk about this week's movie, Bunny, you wanted to mention a few things.
Yeah, because now it's November. It's like the end of November, and this is where we were going to decide where we were going to be with the Roku channel, and I just can't do it. It's just I still think it's a good idea, and I wish like somebody could do it, you know. But like, it seems to me like I would be administering it forever and never getting around to being a creative person, which is the point of the fucking channel.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe if we can, if a few people can get together and we could do just kind of a cooperative or something like that, you know, we would need a Vimeo account and we would need a web space. You know? If people could chip in the costs or things like that, or even start a GoFundMe or something, because we wouldn't be looking for a lot. But it's not something that I am going to be able to do.
Okay.
You know? So I'm going to have to... So some people will hear. Anybody I've specifically talked to about it, I'm going to get to talking to them when I get back onto Facebook. Facebook, I just need a Facebook break, as some people do from time to time. You know?
That's understandable.
So I haven't been on Facebook much at all, and I've done a lot of 3D modeling. I'm getting close to something I would really want to put out there, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's it. There's nothing serious about me being away. I need a break from news. I need a break from people, you know?
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
understand. Okay.
That's
I
it.
support you, Bunny. I stand beside you and I support you.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Flex your creativity muscles. Okay?
And that's been it. Most nights when Jeannie goes to sleep, I catch up on a little of the news by the Young Turks, but, you know, half take that seriously, you know?
Yeah.
I just find it more entertaining. And then I put on tutorials on YouTube, and I sit here and I just model shit. So things are starting to look a lot better. I just get a hard time getting shit finished, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm working on that. I'm looking at some other programs and things like that to try to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking to do. I'm hoping to get to a point. Here's my like close term goal.
Yeah.
I'm looking to get a point where I could put a 30-second commercial together.
Okay.
You know, doing whatever I want to do, but then figure out how these people could be talking about the Pope on film.
Yeah.
So I may kick you some short scripts from time to time.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
That's it.
Okay. Well, Bunny, this week on the Pope on Film podcast, we are watching yet another film based on a novel by legendary author, screenwriter, former cocaine enthusiast, and suicidal redneck moss person, Mr. Stephen King. Oh! How many Stephen King movies we have discussed here on our podcast. Oh, so many episodes!
Yes.
Have been focused exclusively on Stephen King because he has made so many books that have been created into so many movies, and we have done so many of them. So very, very many of them. Of course, the first Stephen King movie we ever did was in our first episode, which was all about the chilling horror film Stephen King's Rock of Ages.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Bunny, why don't you go ahead and describe to us a bit of the plot of Stephen King's Rock of Ages?
Stephen King's Rock of Ages was a very fond look back at the Castle Rock characters and the places around Castle Rock. In a very, like in a Green Mile way. Okay, it's a first-person novel. And like in Green Mile, it was the cop who was the chief on the death row.
Yeah.
Him remembering back when he was in a nursery home. That is the same kind of thing, except it's looking back on Derry. Not on Derry, sorry, on Castle Rock.
Eleanor, stop. Yeah, go. You have a piece of paper, color. Of course, my favorite Stephen King film that we did was episode 93, Stephen King's Batman vs. Superman.
Yes.
That was a good movie. Funny. Why don't you go ahead and describe to us a bit of the plot of Stephen King's Batman v Superman?
Batman v Superman were
Stephen King's Batman v Superman.
Batman v Superman were nicknames for these two kids that were in two rival gangs. And this is one that was set in Derry.
Yes.
And one of them was called Batman, the other one was called Superman. Because Superman was called Superman because when he was a kid, he tied a towel around his neck and jumped off the roof.
Yeah.
You know? So everybody called him Superman to like tease him and make fun of him for doing something so stupid. Batman got his nickname because I don't fucking know. Man, I don't know. I was on such a run.
His drunken dad used to beat him with a bat.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yes.
Yeah. It was all the drunken father.
Yeah. And the whole story revolved around the drunken father and these kids' relationship.
Yeah. And of course, if you're talking about Oscar, and of course, one of our biggest episodes in terms of Stephen King was episode 119, Stephen King's Casablanca.
Stephen King's Casablanca. Yeah, that was a real departure with him with the whole medieval setting.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was Casablanca was much more of a fantasy novel with wizards and shit like that. But it was in Casablanca is where the Dark Man came from.
Yeah.
The Man in Black came from Casablanca.
Yeah. And of course, if you're talking about Oscar movies,
of
course, we got to go back to episode 112, Stephen King's La La Land. Now this one I remember. This one, of course, I remember. It's all about a drunken man and his girlfriend who may or may not exist, and this man is haunted by the ghost of jazz. And now here we are once again discussing a Stephen King movie, a beautiful movie that I both loved and hated, 2017's blockbuster IT, all about a scary guy who's really good at fixing computers. Oh, wait. It! I read that wrong.
Yeah.
It! Now, I want to get right to my theory regarding this film. It took me a long time and a couple of different watches to reach this conclusion. The first time I watched it, or the first time or two that I watched it, I just wasn't sure how I felt about the movie.
Yeah.
Probably because there are a number of people in my life that are just absolutely freaking obsessed with this movie.
I'm not seeing it.
And loved it, and obsessed with the clown, and just freaking in love with this film. So there was a bit of a hype that I couldn't avoid that was already in my head when I saw the film. But then I saw it, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if I like this or not. I'm not sure. So it took me a while to get to this conclusion, but after a few watches, it became clear. So here's my theory.
Okay.
I really like this movie. I like it a lot. I like the script. The characterization is really good. You feel that you know these kids. The cinematography is freaking beautiful. There are some just beautiful images in this film. I really love the kids at the center of this movie, and I really like the changing of the timeline from like the 50s and 60s or whatever to the 80s. I also think that added to the popularity of the movie, because you see this film and you go, hey, it's like this is the original Stranger Things, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of Stranger Things tie-overs.
Yeah. Oh, so Stranger Things is based on this, and I feel that that's one of the reasons why it was so successful. That Stranger Things was so popular that they made a version of it so people can go and see. Eleanor! What? Do you want your own podcast? Is that what you want? You want your own podcast? Is that what you want? No? No? You just want me to not talk? Is that it? You just want me to not talk? You can get off of that chair. If you can get on the chair, you can get off of the chair. Hold on, I gotta take her off the chair. You can get off the chair yourself. You don't need me to get you off the chair. And where did you get the pen? You wrote all over yourself. You don't get the pen. You don't get the pen. You are a living scribble right now. She's telling on me because I took the pen.
No! You get no pen! Yes, please, abduct her! I don't know why you haven't already. What do you expect me to do with it? Here you go, little orange 12. No!
Change her into a mute.
And this raises a question that I would like to put to our audience, okay, as I do from time to time. Does anybody out there actually know of anybody who got blood poisoning by writing on themselves with a pen?
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
that's what we were always told. You can't do it because you'll get blood poisoning.
Yeah, I also heard that you can't write on yourself with a pencil because then you'll get lead poisoning.
Yes.
Is what I was always told. I was also, and I just want to move this slightly to an adjacent category.
Okay.
I oftentimes will eat like grapes or strawberries without washing them. And I will be told by people who will remain nameless, you didn't wash them? You have to wash them. And it's like, oh, yes, because of all of those people who died from eating grapes. Like, I understand that, like, gardeners or whatever, like, freaking farmers use chemicals and this and that, but no one's died from eating a strawberry.
Well, I don't know. It's certainly not going to hurt you in any way, but
yeah,
I would have to wash them after seeing all the people with their genitals in the produce bin.
Genitals in the produce bin?
Yes.
That sounds
Everything
like
is fine. The cartoon.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Also a small aside here. We had a table of it at the bookstore.
Yeah.
And we got the sign that said that was advertising the table, and we attached to that sign a single red balloon that floated above the table.
Yeah.
To let people know that that's where it was. Oh, do you have the book It? Oh, yes, look for the red balloon. And it became a thing, and people were freaking out about it. It was a nice touch. It was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't a corporate mandate. That was just our store being awesome. So I liked it as a film. It is a good film. I liked this film, film-wise. It is a really good film, and I liked the film.
Yeah.
But, that being said, this is a shitty fucking horror movie.
It's mostly jump scares. For one.
There's nothing at all in this film that is in any way really scary. There's no one that's going to get nightmares from this.
I have never been picky about movies of books I read. I understand that they're two separate entities for the most part. And there's some things that you just can't do on film that has the same kind of impact in the book. Like, you really can't have Richie Tozer getting chased by the teenage werewolf. You know, that
Yeah.
would look ridiculous if you're going for a real horror movie. Where in the book, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
You know? So changes are, I don't really mind changes, but I think they twisted this story completely out of where it is.
Yeah.
Which from there I'm just kind of like, meh, you know. And I gave it 2 watches.
Yeah.
I don't think it does a very good job of character development. I'm really not feeling these kids.
Oh, okay.
It's
You
just a
watched
pack of kids.
you watched it twice.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were giving it some sort of a review.
Oh no.
So I give this movie 2 watches out of 5. Stop, Eleanor. Stop, Eleanor. Stop. I thought it was like 2 out of 10 watches. I did not like this film.
Yeah.
I give it 12 plumbuses out of a possible 30.
Yeah.
12 plumbuses. But no, you watched it twice. I got you now. I'm
And I would rather watch Stranger Things. Stranger Things is more it than this It movie.
Yeah, then this It is it.
Right. You in Stranger Things, you can really feel those kids. You know who those kids are. They're very distinct characters, and because of that, you care for them a lot. You know? I didn't much care. The closest one I cared about was the kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I've been watching random episodes of Stranger Things lately.
Yeah.
And whose fault is that? Deanna's fault. It goes back to her again.
Well, I got to give her 2 points for that at least. Stranger Things. I like Stranger Things.
And Natasha has people come over on Saturday nights, and we hang out and we watch old episodes of Supernatural. It's Supernatural Saturday, and it's a family. It's been a tradition for quite a while now, maybe like a year and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Deanna has decided that Eleanor, stop spilling the water. No. What? Oh, not at all. She's been standing on my balls for a while. And yelling hi at Bunny.
Yeah.
And spilling water. So Deanna doesn't really have internet at her home.
Oh.
So when she comes here, like, she's like, oh yeah, we can watch Supernatural, and also I can be on my computer and I can finally do all the internet things that I want to do. And so, like 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago, she just decided, hey, maybe before we watch Supernatural, we can watch a few episodes of Stranger Things. And then the next week, hey, yeah, no, we'll totally.
Then she stopped wanting to watch Supernatural once we got started, so she could watch more Stranger Things.
Yeah, so she could watch more Stranger Things, and now she's just coming over to watch Stranger Things. And
convention, she came over to watch Stranger Things. And then last week, she came over, and instead of watching Supernatural, she wanted to watch Stranger Things.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of Stranger Things in the house. So I've watched a number of random episodes of Stranger Things because, like, if it's on, I will watch some of it. But I don't know. I've watched maybe like 5 episodes of season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But just to be clear, once again, I told everybody in the house this. No one was that good at Dragon's Lair. That pissed me off.
No.
No one was that good. That was a bitch.
And I told Jeannie all about it too. Because even if you had to get it at the exact second. At the exact second that it flashed.
Yeah.
In the direction that you had to go. And the only reason for that was to see the next section of the cartoon. It was barely a fucking game.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really just a laser disc that you kept changing the menu.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's
But
all
it
that it
looked
was.
great.
Oh yeah, it looked amazing.
Yeah.
In 5 to 10 second intervals.
You know what? Well, you know one that I really liked in the arcade. I really liked. I really liked Gauntlet.
Welcome, treasure 100 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always the beginning of Gauntlet.
And I would play any of the characters. I didn't care because it was just so much fun when other people jumped in.
Yeah, I was always the axe guy.
Yeah,
I was always the barbarian with the axe.
Probably.
Welcome.
But I remember
Treasure.
being the elf a few times. I remember being Valkyrie once or twice, if that was the only character open, and I can grab a spot. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Gauntlet. I used to play Star Wars a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was a weird game.
Yeah.
Have you seen the preview for Rampage?
No.
Yeah, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stars in his latest big budget action movie, which is based on a really wonderful, shitty video game.
Yes. Rampage was fun.
Yeah.
Rampage would let your aggression out.
Yeah. So he's like a, I don't know, zoologist or something. I don't know. And he has a good, close relationship with this ape that he talks to named George. And then there's like some sort of chemical spill accident, and suddenly George starts growing. Next thing you know, George has grown to be like 50 feet, and he's destroying the town. And the government comes and gets the rock, and it's like, yes, we need to find George and the others. And he's all like, the others, and the government guy's like, oh, you don't know about the giant wolf?
Yeah.
And at first, when I first saw the preview, I thought for sure that this was like an expensive Funny or Die parody.
Yeah. Nice.
You know, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in Dig Dug. Like, however ridiculous that would be is how ridiculous the actual preview for Rampage looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It came out a few days ago. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to check that out because that sounds. My brain is taking it very seriously.
Yeah.
And a serious version of Rampage, I think, would be hysterical.
Yeah, no, it's a serious version of Rampage.
Oh.
When I first saw the preview, like, I'm screaming because it's like, yeah, okay, we get it. There's George and there's the wolf. God damn it, where's Godzilla?
Yeah. Where's
Godzilla? Godzilla has to be in this. And then finally they show the title Rampage, and then you see like this giant creature swimming through the water going towards the town, and I'm like, there you go, there's Lizzie. No, I love that game. I'm assuming that the film is going to end with George accidentally punching a neon light fixture and then shrinking.
Yeah.
Because that's what always happened to me in the game.
It was a great stress relief game, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't
Just
have to stop
shit.
Hey, you are the monsters, and you just have to smash all the buildings. Yeah, no, that was a great game. Love that.
Yeah.
Plus, it was the closest thing that I could get to playing a Godzilla game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bonnie, back to it. What are your thoughts on the filmmakers separating the adult and the kid portions of this story?
I have mixed feelings about it. In one part, I think it's a really good idea because you do have to do it in two movies. So these will both be two separate, self-contained movies.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe the second one will be good. You know?
Yeah, the thing that worries me is that the way that Hollywood is with movies like this, I could absolutely see them having the adult portion just so it can be a trilogy.
Yeah.
You know, so the adults get two movies.
Oh.
I could see that happening. I wouldn't agree
But the thing
with
is for the most part, the adults talked about when they were kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know.
But
at
the same time, it's like, who cares? This isn't it anymore. So, what difference does it make? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do whatever. It's not my dime. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Now,
I don't care that it's been made. It hasn't ruined anything like people bitch about. You know?
Yeah.
But
and they do.
But the first It is not a good movie. Let's be honest about this. But it is much truer to the book.
Yes.
You know, the best part of that movie was Tim Curry.
Absolutely.
Tim Curry's performance was awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah. And the rest of it was like meh. You know, I mean, what do you want out of a made-for-TV movie?
Yeah, there's only so far a made-for-TV movie can go.
Yeah. And it's got what? Adam Green? Is that kid's name?
I don't remember.
Robot Chicken, Buffy the Vampire...
Seth Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only people I remember are John Ritter and Tim Curry. That's all I remember. And John Boy. Wasn't John Boy in that?
John Boy was in it.
Yeah. That's all I remember.
Olivia Hussey was in it. I mean, that part could have been cut. That wasn't, you know. I mean, I understand that you're going to have to cut stuff, but even the stuff that they were showing, it was like, okay, there's nothing about these kids really that's a part of it. They got the same names, vague mannerisms, you know?
Yeah.
There's really nothing that's like binding them together like you had in the first movie.
Yeah.
You know, they became friends and then they started telling about the shit that's been happening to them.
Yeah.
You know, so they had an all equal share. Where this time it was just like all pushed off on Bill. It's like, well, that's not the story though. You know.
Right.
And so I get to a point where it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's just not it. Something could still be a good movie and not be representative of the original source material. But I didn't think this was a very good movie. The kids did not emotionally get me at all. You know?
Maybe one of the reasons why I liked it more than you did is because that's pretty much the age I would be that I was in 1989.
Yeah.
So I felt this film gave me a lot of nostalgia for a film that's also about killing children.
Yeah.
There was something about this that was comforting to me because it really brought me back.
Mm-hmm.
And I will defend to death the New Kids on the Block song "Hanging Tough." Regardless of your thoughts on boy bands or New Kids on the Block, you can't you can't deny that that's an awesome beat.
Yeah.
A good beat is a good beat, and that's a damn good song.
That's right.
Love that song. There was something else I wanted to mention about it. Oh, it's at this point in time in The Big Shoe that one might expect to hear me discuss the film's stats or the story's history or the history of Stephen King or even a lengthy discussion on the made-for-TV movie and Tim Curry. But I'm a wild card, Bunny.
Yeah.
I'm an outlier. When people expect me to zig, I zag.
Yeah.
So I'm going to forego the stats because, hey, this movie just freaking came out, for shit's sake. If you want stats, get a subscription, Entertainment Weekly. And I'm not going to discuss the made-for-TV movie because Tim Curry is a goddamn god, end of discussion. Instead, I want to get to the real meat of the discussion of this film.
Uh-huh.
Why do so many people want to have sex with Pennywise?
This Pennywise is kind of
thing.
cute.
It's a thing, buddy.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
I'm not saying I want to have sex with him, but like, I can see it.
Yeah?
He's too cute.
The way I figure is that if anyone actually listens to this episode, then there's a good 64% chance that they're listening to this episode because they have a hard-on and or a wet spot for a freaking killer clown.
Let's put it this way, okay? Let's put it this way. If I came across some Pennywise porn and I liked how the co-star looked, I'm going to watch it.
So, I actually got an interview with Emerald.
I'm not going to search for
it. So many people are obsessed with Pennywise and want to fuck Pennywise that when I told Emerald that we were doing it this week, she immediately gave me like this embarrassed face. and it's like, wait a second. So you know, right? People do want to fuck Pennywise. And she's like, yeah, no, a lot of people do. There's this specifically one of it. Also, I'm pretty sure that Deanna does.
Yeah.
Going back to Deanna, who this entire episode is dedicated to, apparently.
We might have to do a poll question on Facebook about that.
Yeah.
We might have. Bruce mentioned getting the polls back.
Yes, that is right. That is right. He did.
Yeah.
Would
you fuck Pennywise, or do you know anybody who would fuck Pennywise?
See, the one funny thing to me is that I on Instagram I follow a lot of close friends and people who I work with and people who I went to school with and family friends and porn stars and cam girls and dominatrixes. You know, the typical type of people that you follow on Instagram.
Yeah.
And one of them is a woman, Marshmallow Maximus. And she's this young, pale, blonde woman with big jugs. And like half of the time she's posting like pin-up photos of herself, but the other half she's just sharing pictures of her cat or showing her drawing style. She's a huge fan of manga and she draws a lot of manga.
Yeah.
And then she saw it and everything changed. Suddenly all she's drawing is pictures of Pennywise and sexy pictures of Pennywise, and she's buying all these It products, and there's pictures of her with all of her It products, and she got a cardboard cutout of Pennywise, and she has it in her bedroom, and then she's suddenly all of her like sexy boudoir pinup type photos are all of her dressed as a clown.
Oh.
And I'm like, damn, You want to have sex with Pennywise? This is a thing. So I really wanted to get to the bottom of this. So I went to I went to the one group of people that I knew would be able to help me with this.
Okay.
Natasha's Supernatural friends. I'm like, honey, you talking with your Supernatural group? And she's like, I always am. And I'm like, okay, do me a favor, ask them if any of them want to fuck Pennywise. Or if they know anyone who does.
Yeah.
And then all of these comments come, nope, that's a no for me. Can't say that I do. If Steve would like to learn more, though, here are some links. Here are some links to some Pennywise erotic fan art. Here's some links to some Pennywise erotic fan fiction. And apparently, there's a number of erotic fanfics out there. Because, you know, Bunny,
Yeah.
Sam and Dean, the brothers, they fight demons.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Sam and Dean and Pennywise.
I could see it. Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
A lot of them, I have learned. That is what I have learned. So
who am I to judge? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, if you're happy, whatever.
Yeah.
But what they told me is that, what Natasha Supernatural fam told me was that the word that they kept using over and over again, fear kink.
Fear kink.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I think that that's probably, like, I hadn't thought of that. I didn't even know that that was a thing, but I believe that gets to the bottom of it, you know?
Well, how much stranger would that be than tentacles?
Yeah, I imagine tentacles would fall under that umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if we put them on an evolutionary tree, they would have to be tentacle porn first, and then get into like full blown monsters and horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. Fear kink.
Yeah.
At least according to crazy Supernatural fans. that is at the bottom of why people want to fuck Pennywise.
Yeah.
I think the guy at whatever Peter Sarsagaard.
Yeah.
Whoever the guy is, Peter Sakar Nakaragard. Whatever the dude's name is who did Pennywise.
Yes.
I think
who is Thor's friend's son.
Yeah.
Like
Peter's,
when Thor's on Earth, he hangs around with that doctor and Betty, what her name or whatever. Yeah. So he was played by something Skarsgård. I forget his first name, but a long-time character actor.
Yeah.
And this one's his son.
Oh, yeah. The Thor doctor guy.
Yeah.
So, like, I thought he did a good job. He's definitely taking it in a different route, and like, good for him. But also, I just don't find him attractive without the creepy.
I don't think I've ever seen him not as Pennywise. I hear he was in True Blood.
Oh, I never saw that.
But I never watched that, so I have no real idea.
I always thought
what he looks like under that.
I always thought that True Blood was a really unoriginal idea.
Yeah.
That True Blood was like hailed for its originality, but really all that someone did is that an author like saw Interview with a Vampire and said, okay, let's do the opposite of that. Let's make them poor. Mm-hmm. Let's make them live in a ghetto, in a shack in Alabama. There you go. Let's just do the opposite of this popular series. And that's how we got True Blood.
Yes.
So it's a very original, unoriginal idea.
Mm-hmm. And his voice was right for the makeup, but his voice wasn't right for Pennywise. There was no, I didn't feel threatened when he was speaking. He had to actually like split his face open and shit to get any horror cred, you know?
Yeah. It wasn't a good horror movie.
I mean, Tim Curry was really fucking intimidating.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell yeah. Now
he was a prick.
Yeah.
You
now
know?
Tim Curry Pennywise, that is one that I could be scared of.
Yeah. Cause he was a cat playing with a mouse.
Yeah.
You know? And he was having a good time. Never thought these kids or adults could beat him. You know?
Yeah.
This Pennywise seemed like Wishmaster. Okay? Wishmaster, where he would just try to throw horrible things at the kids. And the kids kept winning. You know?
Yeah.
So like a totally different vibe.
Yeah, one of these days we should do the miniseries, but in no way right now.
No.
Because I need freaking space.
This is a movie that I need to like get away from for a little while, okay? And forget, like, try to get it out of my head that it's it. Watch it again and see if I like it then. I mean, because if I could divorce the two from each other, it might be a good movie, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it. You know, just like the Dawn of the Dead remake or Godzilla.
Yeah.
You know, I like Matthew Broderick's Godzilla. It's just not Godzilla.
Yeah, no. It is in no way Godzilla.
I like the Dawn of the Dead remake. It's just not Dawn of the Dead.
Oh hell no.
You know. So if I can get out of it, because with all the hype, I reread it, so like it's really even fresh in my memory.
Wow.
You know, if I could forget about it and watch it again, I might like it more.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, what are you even doing? You know, God damn it, the black kid only gets so many lines. Why are you giving them to Bill?
Yeah.
Why?
The black kid got Ernie Hudson.
He totally got Ernie Hudson.
Yeah.
And he was Tim fucking Reed, motherfucker. Come on.
The black kid upset me because the black kid was indicative of one problem that I had in the movie, where it's like, okay, in the book, when were those kids around? What was it, like 1959, 1962, somewhere around there?
Yeah, give or take.
Oh, so that was the time that the kids were growing up. And now, of course, we're going to set this in 1989. So, hey, look, New Kids on the Block. Hey, look, there's Tab Soda. Oh, look over there. They have Walkmans on. And here's a black kid from 1959.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
Like there's no way to, like, when it came to the kids, there were certain things where it's like, someone should remind the filmmakers this is the 80s.
Yeah. He could have just been from the bad part of town, you know, if you want to kind of update. And maybe he went to a different school. Small changes like that. And you could still get the same flavor out of it.
Yeah.
But no, they like totally wanted to jam things in that weren't in the book to make it a real jump scare movie.
Yeah.
And they didn't
The
want to do too much characterization, so they pretty much threw the black kid under the bus.
Yeah. The only things that were truly scary in this film were over the top bullying and a horny father.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, there's nothing in this film that is in any way frightening. Nothing that'll leave a mark.
No.
Yeah.
No. I use the word cookie cutter too often, you know. But but these characters didn't have any depth to them. I at least I wasn't getting it, you know. Any depth that mattered for anything, okay, guess what? Henry Bowers has an abusive father. Surprise, fucking surprise. You know?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you don't get into the depth of it the way you do in the book. You didn't even get into it. That was the good thing. They didn't do much with Henry Bauer in the original miniseries. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I wasn't a fan. Again, some of the effects looked good, but it's like that's not close to what was happening. And the whole ending, well, you really need to have everybody. You really need to have do something with the ending.
Yeah.
Because I can't believe Stephen King wrote that ending.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, so yeah, again, Stephen King can't write an ending for shit. And I'm really kind of concerned about him writing an ending that's like, you know what? Now all the boys fuck the little girl.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, this is the way up. Now that we've had sex. There's the exit right there. Clearly labeled exit. We should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have easily gotten out of here without the gangbang, but whatever. So here's a question for you, Bunny. They perfectly separated the kids section from the adult section, leaving it open for a sequel or two, unfortunately. So here's an important question, okay?
Yeah.
What do they call the sequel?
I would go with It's.
It's? That's good.
Yeah, I would go with It's.
Yeah. Or like I don't know about It 2. You know? Or It Part 2. Either of those seem like weird or cop out.
Okay, wait a second. I think we got to add a tagline. I think that's where we're going here. It's got to be something like It Too. It's my 2 cents.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
See, because he's Pennywise.
Yeah.
You know.
It Too, Electric Boogaloo.
Uh-huh.
Or how about this? It's middle-aged. So you just have the It part in that like red It font.
Yeah. Or how about It Too? More soccer mom fapping material.
Or how about this? Them.
Them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would have to get a little girl who screams in it.
Yeah.
At least once. I mean, it's perfect for this movie.
Yeah. But that's all I've got for this week's film. Do you have anything else to add?
I'm not looking forward to another one. And let me put it this way, Deanna, I'm open to an explanation.
There you go. There you go. Okay. I'll see if I can scrounge up one. So you said you were disappointed. Hold on to that disappointment because we need to talk about it next week.
Okay.
Okay. There's a movie that I've always seen, you know, in on Netflix, and I'm like, maybe one of these days.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these days. I'm in no rush because this is horrible, but maybe one of these days. And apparently, it's being removed on December 1st, which is weird because I think it might be a Christmas movie, but it's being removed on December 1st. So if we're going to do it, we need to do it now.
Are you talking about the Grinch?
Hell no. I
Okay.
hate all fucking Dr. Seuss movies with a passion, and no, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
This is worse.
All right.
Unfortunately, next week, Toys.
Toys. That's the Robin Williams one, right?
Yes, it's the Robin Williams one.
Okay.
Yeah, Robin Williams, Joan Cusack, and LL Cool J. Wow, how could that trio not be a massive blockbuster success?
I'm pretty sure I've watched it before and have very little remembrance.
Yeah, that's not a cast. That's a fever-induced nightmare hallucination. Ooh, hello, it's me, Robin Williams. I'm here with weird-looking, strange-faced woman and rapper LL Cool J. We're going to play with toys for an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah,
at a cost of $200 million.
That's where you're trying to make your money by getting as large a demographic as you can.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, it's a kids movie, but we need something for the adults, starring Robin Williams. But what about feminists? Joan Cusack is a strong woman. Let's get her in there. What about gangbangers? LL Cool J.
Yeah, but what about kids? We'll make it about toys. But what about holidays? It's a Christmas movie. But what about these war toys are being made? And it's a real weird ball of nonsense.
Yes.
That
okay, I could do it. I could do this.
Yeah. No, it'll be a good episode because the movie sucks. And that's how this thing works.
Yeah.
I'm just not looking forward to having to see this fucking movie again. Although, I will say this. I hate to bring it back around here, Bunny. But Deanna hates it if she is eating more than one food and the food starts touching each other on the plate.
Really?
We'll go fucking nuts about that. If she has mashed potatoes, and then she has some steak over here, and then over here she has some green beans, they cannot touch each other.
Oh, so if potato gets on a string bean, she can't have that.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And I had never seen anyone do that before, except for LL Cool J's character in Toys. And he says, I'm a military man. I like my military meals. My green beans need to be secluded over here. Free from attack from the applesauce or whatever. But that's what he says. I'm a military man. I need a military meal. And so I always thought of that whenever Deanna would freak out because her mac and cheese is touching her corn.
Does she dip though?
I don't know, because we're talking about Deanna when she was like 8, 9, 10, 12 years old. Now she's freaking 19, and I don't know if she still does these things, if she still has the same.
I mean, because occasionally I'll cut off a piece of meat and I'll want potatoes up on that shit.
Yeah.
You know, or applesauce. You mentioned applesauce. Pork goes in the applesauce.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if she does.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask her.
Applesauce is the first dipping sauce.
Yeah.
You got to get the maple syrup on the bacon or sausage.
Yeah. I'll have to ask her. was not expecting Deanna to be so much of a focus on this episode, but it's her fault for hating Tim Curry.
Yes.
I don't know why she wants Tim Curry to die.
Yeah, I don't know what Tim Curry has ever done to her.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's on her.
Yes.
This whole thing is just on her conscience. So next week, we are talking about Pizzagate. We are unfortunately watching Robin Williams' Toys. We've got another Mandela effect in popular music.
Ah.
I'm excited about, and I am so excited about this. Next week, we have another installment of the Crazy Christian Book Club.
Ah.
I have been sitting on this for a while. It's been difficult to not share this on Facebook and not share this on Instagram, but I have been sitting on this because that's how fucking good this is. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
This is the funniest shit imaginable. You are not going to believe this.
Okay.
I was reading some of this to Natasha, and she's just typing, talking to her supernatural friends, and I'm like, honey, let me tell you about this book. It's called Blank, and it's about this. Let me read you the back. And then eventually just the typing stops. And she's like, what the fuck book is this, Steve? And I'm like, it was an order. It came in. It's a print-on-demand book. I'm so excited for next week and the Crazy Christian Book Club.
Oh, God, especially a print-on-demand book. That's going to be good.
Especially a print-on-demand book. This is, without a doubt, like the best one we've ever had.
Oh, cool.
Super excited.
So
that's cool. Next week. We're going to have a very exciting next week, despite Robin Williams' freaking Toys movie. But, you know, now that we're nearing the end of this episode, now that we're looking back, really, on this episode, the fun we've had, the laughs, the tears. I cried a little bit. I peed a little bit.
I did cry, and I'm peeing a little bit right now.
Yeah. But back at this wonderful episode, I gotta say, this has been a pretty damn good episode.
This has been a damn good episode.
Yeah, I concur.
So until next week, I am Bunny Williams.
And I am Reverend Steve saying thanks for listening. And we will see you next week, you godless heathens. Thank you for the assist, Bella. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
You get 11 chicken nuggets.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Cut and print.
Cut and print. I have got to go. I'll speak to you next week, sir.
Alrighty.
It's been fun.
Yes, it has. Bye.
Look, Al, it's Christmas.
This holiday season, 20th Century Fox invites you to open your imagination.
I'm Leslie Zebo.
I know.
As Robin Williams
I'm in the mood for smoked chicken. How about you? We have a tradition of whimsy here at Zebo Toys.
I don't understand why Daddy let Uncle Leland take over Zevo Toys.
and Academy Award-winning director Barry Levinson.
I'm noodling with the idea of putting in some war toys.
You've never made war toys at Zevo.
Take you to a place where laughter is a state of mind.
Oh, it's a quick egg, isn't it? Maybe they really are deviled eggs. Huevo de Diablo. Save yourself. Get away.
Are we making fun of people with big ears?
We're making fun of people with small heads.
Either way, I think we're going to get letters from the royal family. How do you feel?
Woozy.
And that's what we'll call it, the woozy helmet.
This is a little uncomfortable, though.
Well, that's supposed to go in your ear.
Oh.
Robin Williams.
Sorry.
Michael Gambon.
You're as big a fool as your father ever was.
You really think so? Thank you.
Joan Cusack.
So this is Paris.
Robin Wright.
You're getting the tuna. I hope that's dolphin safe.
LL Cool J.
The food keeps touching. I like military plates. I'm a military man. I want a military meal.
Toys.
What does the man know about toys, Mother Teresa? He has no sense of fun.
No, give me shashu.